Hello everybody, this video is a navigation video for all of my classes. So don't forget, this covers all my classes. I know it only says Spanish 1. This is just what I'm using as an example here. So anyone in any of my classes, you would do the same type of navigation because there's no difference in templates, the same template for all my classes. You guys are going to have the home, announcements, pages, modules, quizzes, buttons to work with. So under announcements, we're going to keep this the same as what we've done. In the announcement section, every Monday, I will put the work that needs to be submitted to me. So anything that's under announcements is work that needs to be submitted to me. Okay, that's going to stay the same as you before. That's how it was in the classroom. That's how we're doing it online. Now on here, you have your fourth quarter, which is what we're going to be working on. So you want to be familiar with fourth quarter. Okay, this is all you're able to see. When I open up your windows, you're going to see information on the fourth quarter. You don't have anything yet. So here where it says fourth quarter, it's going to say week of March 30th. And then that's where you find the weekly content for that week. Content means what I would have been teaching in class. So that's where you have your notes. That's where you have videos. That's where you have anything to help you learn the information. So this is for you to look at. All right, just make sure you only going to do whatever's in the week. Then you need to scroll down and find the unit that you are in. So notice that some of my classes were in unit 4, other classes were in unit 5. So click where you are and that opens up the online text. All right, now these are the new tabs that no one has seen before. Practice workbook. This is going to take the place of your paper workbook pages. So you will be submitting your workbook pages by doing them here online. I will open up the windows underneath. Whatever is open underneath is the same that should say under announcements. So your announcements, okay, announcements here will tell you what your work to be graded is. And then you go on the modules. And then on the modules, you scroll down and you see where to do the work. I'm not going to put work for all 3 sections all the time because remember, this is an elective course. So we're going to keep the workload as something that's manageable and you learn it on your own. So you have to find time to learn the information. Practice workbook is your workbook pages. This is how you submit them. If I want you to do additional work because it's something that needs more practice, then I'll assign you fans online activities. This stuff can also be graded because that's the way I set it up. And last but not least, this is what you guys are done in the lab. So you continue practicing your lab activities. So instead of having the workbook, you have once again everything online. And it tells you hit play, you listen, you answer, and then you are also submitting. So anything from the workbook, the online activities, and listening workbook are where the graded assignments will be coming from. Okay, so just remember that. Now in the smart book, when you click on it, you need to give it some time for it to think. It is a little slow. So I see how it's still thinking. It's not going to pop up right away. So you need to be a little patient. You see, it's still loading. Some computers are faster, some computers are not as fast, but it normally takes a little bit because it's loading up a lot. And keep in mind, there's a lot of people on the internet at the same time. So it's going to take a minute to load. So just let it come and load. So we'll wait. While that's loading, I'll tell you the newer button that I wrote for you guys is also the quizzes. The quizzes will be open for you to view and do quizzes once I learn that function a little better. So don't worry about any quizzes coming up yet. Any quiz will be announced on the announcement section. So for now, relax about the quizzes. You're not going to be doing any quiz right now. So don't worry about that. But just to give you a heads up, the quizzes will be the same style how we did them in class, where there are 20 questions, 25 questions, and they cover vocab and grammar, and then you submit them. All right. Now the book opened up. So if you want to practice things before you submit graded assignments, go into the text, click through here. Here is the exact same textbook that it covers everything and you have to keep scrolling down. So don't forget that if you have never used the book, you have to keep scrolling. These are how you flip to the other page. So that takes you to the next page. This is La Llegada. Notice in the headings match. So when you have an announcement, the announcement is going to say WordPress page, whatever, La Llegada. Then this also says La Llegada. That means your workbook answers are going to come from these pages here if you need assistance while doing the homework pages. So be mindful. You notice how we have done these in class. You can also navigate the textbook through here, through the other titles. These titles are going to match with the announcements page. Okay, the announcements page and the textbook has the same headings. Just remember the unit that you're in is going to be either 4 or 5 depending on the class that you're in, and then you're going to have one of these titles, and then you can click on it and it tells you if it's part 1 or part 2. Okay, just click on it, and all it is this for you to read. Okay, learn what those little buttons are for. Play around with this. Get to know the online text if you have never been on it. All right, but this is what we used to do in class with the text. And here's the activities. For those of you that are familiar with activities, you can always practice the activity. Here's the same keyboard. Okay, it tells you the keyboard, and then you can check your work. Anything on the online text will not be graded. This is for you to practice. I am able to see the scores that you get, but I'm not grading you on it, okay? So keep that in mind. You're not going to get a grade on the online text. So this is where you want to come and practice, all right? So just to give you a quick rundown again. So when you open up your eCampus, you're going to be on your home page. Announcements, you go under the current week of work. Anything on the announcements, it's the information that I will be grading you on. The announcements page matches with your modules. Okay, your modules, there are going to be by quarters. So you want to go quarter 4. Underneath quarter 4, you're going to see your weekly stuff. Okay, just like how you had here for quarter 3, that's the same way you have it displayed for quarter 4 once I open up the windows. Then you go to your either unit 4 or unit 5, depending where you are. And then you do the workbook here, which is the same as the workbook. You submit it online. If you have online fans activity, you submit them online. If you have listening and speaking, you submit it online. These are graded. So you don't want to do these until you feel that you're going to be getting a very good grade. Okay, so keep that in mind. Very good grade means you're going to get an A on it. You do get multiple attempts. So know that. Okay. So that's kind of how that works. And that's all you need to know about the eCampus. I'm keeping it simple. All right. If you have any questions, always don't forget to email me. You can email me via the inbox here, or you can always email me via your email. All right. In case you forget, my first name spelled R-I-N-A, last name Fletcher.